So in this segment, we're going to be talking about why Liz Truss avoids doing interviews with anyone who might be ever so slightly combative. You know, she ducked Nick, I think his name is Nick Robinson of the BBC recently, and she also ducked Andrew Neil. So we're going to watch this and be amazed by the amazing intellect of Liz Truss. Yes, I used the word amazed twice.
Do you go to any parties? That's not speculation.
I didn't.
Any?
No.
Were you ever invited?
No.
That must burn. You weren't invited to any of the parties. Bit sad, isn't it? Even Sunak got a kind of invite.
Yes.
Can you help us with a definition of what a party is? There seems some confusion.
No, I can't, Nick.
You wouldn't like me to help you whether cheese is a party or wine is a party or...
No, I can't help you with that.
Right.
And making sure that we're able to spend money to deal with those contingencies so we're prepared for any eventuality.
But what are the actual preparations?
She doesn't know. You'll see it now. Look, watch this.
Well,
So I just wanted
It's obvious she didn't know what the contingencies were.
to know, have you been told as a cabinet how you will do it?
No.
Sajid Javid said he does know how you're going to do it, but he wouldn't tell Nick Robinson on the Today
Well,
programme 2 days ago. But you don't know, just to
I
be
don't
clear.
know. I don't know.
You know, the Americans are lapping up Love Island and Downton Abbey, so there is huge enthusiasm for doing a deal with Britain.
You know that argument there, it just doesn't make any sense because they're watching, British TV shows. They would do a trade deal with us. That doesn't make any sense. What we can do, trade them more TV shows. Like, do they not understand how streaming services or anything works? It doesn't make any sense. They love Doctor Who as well. Is that going to help us? Sell TARDISes to them? Madness.
Well, I don't know the precise details of exactly what we will do, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I think that one there, where she was asked about what are the contingencies, and then Javid not telling the reporter, whoever it was, about the contingencies. I don't think she was paying attention to what was being said to her, and that's why she didn't know what the contingencies were. It's kind of the only take I can have on that one.
I would say is that we have had a period
I don't know why it's funny.
where...
A lot of people have had a terrible time with austerity.
Eddie, I'm not laughing.
She was laughing,
I'm just
in my opinion.
questioning your question, because
Well, you leave
So the government is preparing to deploy the army?
Well, we are preparing for what potentially could happen.
What would the army do when you deploy it?
This is not, this is a completely hypothetical question. The reality is...
No, you said you were preparing. You said you were preparing.
I was at HMP
So what are the army going to do? It's like, it's hypothetical. It's like, but you said you're preparing for it. So obviously you have a role for the army to do something, but she has no idea what it is because I don't think she reads her briefing notes. At least it doesn't look like it.
Pentonville last week. They've now got patrol dogs who are barking, which helps deter drones. So
What you can see, there's a drone coming in, right? You got the drone operator, obviously, someone who's probably got a camera on the drone, right, watching this stuff, and they're going to see a dog that's barking at them, and they're going to fly the drone away. Are you stupid?
Why are you charging them 55 pence a minute to call up and try and get their universal credit payments fixed?
Well, I don't know the details of the call line, and as you've said, it's more affordable if you ring up the landline. But
Lots of people don't have landlines these days.
fundamental...
That's true. A lot of people, especially younger people, I say younger people, I think anyone under the age of 35 probably don't have landlines.
model...
be implemented.
But what about the people who've changed their minds between then and now?
I don't think people have changed their minds. Everyone I
have.
speak to... I have, that's true.
Right.
In the other way, though, Eddie.
You can tell her brain kind of pauses, like, I need a good answers. The other way, though, so it's fine.
Oh, I see.
You had a plan in 2014.
So that makes it okay then, because you decided, I'm backing the other side now, so it's all good, but people can't change their minds.
To build 200,000 new
This one's really good as well.
starter homes. That was 5 years ago. How many did you build?
Well, there haven't been as many starter homes as we would have liked,
How many
Andrew.
did you build?
I don't have the exact numbers for you.
Well, it's easy to remember. It's zero. You built none under that plan.
That's glorious. I loved it. Despite Andrew Neil's political beliefs and the fact that there's a lot of disagreements with him, he's a decent interviewer most of the time, and that was glorious. How many did you build? I don't have the specific numbers. Like, it's easy to remember. It's zero, big fat zero, and that's why I think Liz Truss avoids doing interviews with anyone semi-serious. It's because she's a bit of a gaffe machine. I think especially with the one she did with LBC, that was particularly egregious. If we just go back to that one.
What about the people who've changed their minds between then and now?
I don't think people have changed their minds. Everyone
You
I
have.
speak to...
That pause there, come on.
I have, that's true.
Right.
in the other way, though, Eddie.
So that makes it okay. I mean, obviously not. People can change their opinions. We allegedly live in a democracy. I don't know if that's the case anymore, but people can change their opinions. And I think this is one of the reasons why she avoids doing interviews, because she becomes a meme. You know, the whole pork markets thing, the cheese thing, the apples thing, she's just a meme. But, you know, I think the way people kind of laugh with Boris Johnson a bit, because they see him as a clown who tries to do his best, I think the way they'll see Liz Truss is someone who's just very goofy and not likeable. Maybe that's misogyny, I don't know, but I just, at least with Boris, you can kind of laugh at him a bit. You know, the fact that I call him Boris is, it shows you how good he is at kind of marketing himself as just another guy who's, you know, doing his best, etc. And should really refer to him as Johnson. But I don't think Liz Truss has built that rapport with the voters or with, you know, the kind of British public, and that will hamper her a bit. You know, Boris Johnson's been on a PR campaign probably since he became mayor of London, I'll be honest with you, which is what, the early 2010s, I think. It might have been the late 2000s, but yeah, this is why Liz Truss doesn't do interviews. Hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted, but you just never know. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, support the channel on Patreon if you can, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.